This is the SANAT Kumara. Welcome to my second lecture on behalf of Namas University in 2023. Today, I will explain what potential awaits inside of you and how to bring it into fruition as an ambassador of light. An ambassador of light we define as a person who is living her or his soul's promise to serve Earth and all life who calls Earth home on their path to develop this planet into the spiritual university planet of our galaxy by the end of this century, and who at the same time are here to learn their personal lessons for this incarnation and or balancing karma as due. The shift in which Earth transfers from the third through the fifth dimension between 2012 and 2032 makes direct soul and Shambhala guidance possible to all human beings as of the midpoint. That midpoint occurred during the last full moon of spring in 2022. Since then, millions around the world have more and more higher dimension revelations, visions, insights, and increasing spiritual abilities. To many, it seems it is just happening to them, and they are a bit confused of what is going on, or whether this is real or they have gone mad. A quarter of Earth's human population is meant to become an ambassador of light, helping the planet and all other humans to live up to their intended purpose. The ambassadors of light are thus the way showers, the trailblazers and leaders of the new Earth. Each person's starting point to become an ambassador of light is unique and universal at the same time. Each of you has her or his own spiritual convictions, makes decisions based on them, and accumulates experiences accordingly. Some of your convictions and decisions are helping you forward, others are holding you back. The learning curve you go through I would describe in these 7 growth strands. From passive to active, from controlling to trusting, from selfish to selfless, from boastful to humble, from ignorant to knowing, from withholding to serving, from in need of validation to soul-centered. Please reflect about these 7 strands after my lecture. Make an honest assessment and ask spiritual friends to give you feedback. That should be your coursework for the coming week, together with reading my affirmations and invocations in the e-booklet, the SANAT Kumara, aloud daily at least once, better 3 times. Where you find yourself on each of these 7 growth strands may differ. You may be humble but still passive in living out your spirituality. You may have gained access to certain levels of consciousness, but still be boastful about it, and with that not living this consciousness. You may be humble and serving, but still ignorant of the vast spiritual reality and laws that surrounds you in multiple dimensions. You may be active, selfless, humble, knowing, serving, but still in need of external validation and therefore trying to push the flow of the river into your direction. Let me give you a few examples that you can relate to. Most start off on the passive spiritual path. They read books, go to seminars, have someone give them a reading of their Akashic records or soul name, their birth or annual horoscope, the lines in the palms of their hands, you name it. Some visit spiritual places, they pull cards from decks of angels, dragons, tarot, or spiritual wisdom from various cultures to calm down the fearful chat in their brain, hoping for guidance and with it a form of security that they can't yet find inside themselves. Some of them hear voices of deceased family members and perceive shadows of them in their homes. Some are starstruck by those who have developed active spiritual abilities and put them to good use for others or simply on boastful display. Millions around the world have taken an active and disciplined approach to their spiritual journey, not expecting immediate results. They meditate daily, have a puja morning ritual, practice yoga, tai chi, qigong, and other forms of active spiritual awakening and harmonizing for years already. They want to develop spiritually, but don't see it as a tool to accomplish other goals as well. In another group, you find many who have made or strive to make spirituality their business. Healers, readers, and advisors, for example. Some even teach others how to make a living of their spiritual qualities, how to market them, how to benefit from them. With many of them, this is guided by their individual soul, and it is part of their life's mission. Others know that this is their soul's mission, but struggle to find what exactly they are supposed to do and offer to others. But then there is a group who fakes it. They use spirituality as a trend which one can make good money of. Many also focus on reconnecting and honoring all life forms and our planet. They practice and promote permaculture. They live off-grid in nature, learn from and work with nature hand in hand. They are way showers for a simple, interconnected life outside the cities. Some attract and welcome deva beings of all kinds at home and retreat to nature for their spiritual growth, connecting with trees, animals, and nature beings. Then there are the method specialists who explore and use cosmic laws and methods and apply them in their daily life or even teach them. With some, this goes quietly. Others label themselves and promote their skills. We are talking the fields of alchemy and cosmic consciousness. And then they are the ones who accomplish great things for Earth and all life, who calls it home, unnoticed. They are able to communicate with all life in higher dimensions around them. They are the ones who support the energy changes our planet is going through by clearing out dark and destructive residues, reconnecting places with their true purpose, activating portals and sites that were crucial in times of Atlantis. They just do all of this, either individually or in teams, but don't talk about it. They just do what needs to be done. This should give you food for thought enough to figure out how far you have developed on your spiritual journey. No matter where you locate yourself on the 7 strands of spiritual growth, please be kind to yourself. Don't judge yourself or others. Don't blame yourself or others. All have the right to learn in their own pace and time, and all have the potential to grow into excellent ambassadors of light. Those who already are ambassadors of light and have developed further on the 7 strands of spiritual growth are called upon by the Shambhala Council to take up an active role for Nama's university and serve its purpose so that the university can fulfill its mission. When and how Shambhala beings call upon someone to join Nama's university differs, but all of them who receive the call are caught by surprise and are humble enough to understand what that offer from Shambhala Council means for their lives. Selfless, humble service in ever-growing consciousness. What has happened to many of you since the midpoint of the shift in late spring 2022 are experiences of otherworldliness in various forms. You can see strange lights, light shapes and light beings, or have animals communicate with you. Your soul has revealed its name, and communication of some sort has started. Someone told you about the abilities you have, and you were puzzled about this information or felt pressured. Some have been nudged by all kinds of deva beings. They hear voices from the master teachers. They have dreams and recollections, being fully awake of past life knowledge. All of this is a call to action, a call to learn about yourself, the total reality that surrounds you, and combine both to make the best possible use of it. So muster up your courage and make something of it. The language we from Shambhala and your soul are using to communicate is frequency, vibration, and energy. One of the first things we do for you is to make your known world and life crumble. That is necessary, for you have given yourself a far too limited room to grow, or you have allowed others to box you in or misguide you. Many suffer for years already. They feel pain, illness, experience breakups, have to leave their workplace, got into financial trouble, you name it. Please reflect about that for a moment. Where did things not turn out as planned? Where were you not given what you desired? Where were you forced to stand still, allow life to redirect you and your ego? We need to transform egoistic expectations, fear, anxiety, clinging on to the old world views and past measures of belonging and external validation into love for yourself and all of creation, inner peace, soul and Shambhala guidance, as well as trust that your life unfolds naturally without you trying to push, promote, or control it. Those of you who have already made good use of my e-booklet, the SANAT Kumara, also have had very different experiences. Some are in direct contact with their soul, as well as master teachers, devas, animals, plants and minerals, or my guidance as of the second time they read the poetic words out aloud, called for us with the invocations, and looked at the paintings. Others have experienced bursting out into tears, warm shivers running through their whole body, their heart getting warm, hearing voices from Shambhala beings and animals. Some have even been visited and touched by them in the etheric realm. Others, however, struggle to make the most out of my e-booklet. Once you use the invocations and call for us, we answer, always and immediately. So why can some hear and see us and others not? There can be 3 reasons for your and our efforts to be in vain so far: physical, mental, and energetic ones. Your physical body is both the receiver of soul and Shambhala messages and the one who is supposed to act them out. I have poetically described that in the SANAT Kumara, when I talk about function and order of divine feminine and divine masculine. This you need to understand and get right. Don't act before the receiver has received the information needed, ego-free, pure, and clear. Those of you who pass spiritual information to others, because you give readings, must be particularly fuzzy about your body as the receiver. You influence the life of others. Is the receiver not ego-free, pure, clean, and ready to receive high frequencies around the clock, but rather is blocked, cluttered, or has holes due to the consumption of meat, alcohol, tobacco, unnecessary medicine, drugs, sugar, fast and industrialized food, the messages you are meant to receive get distorted. Or, even worse, beings that don't belong to your mission and Shambhala use this weakness to gain influence over you. Those who regularly drink alcohol or consume drugs are especially vulnerable to them. Any substance that interferes with our and your soul high frequencies is a disaster for your receiver. Plain and simple. So stay away from the just mentioned toxic nutrition and consumption habits that harm you. I suggest you build your spiritual strength on a diet of fresh fruits and vegetables, water and herbal teas for your nourishment. With this, you can be sure your body can manage high-frequency messages from its soul and Shambhala undistorted. The most important part of your receiver is your light body, also called Merkaba. It provides the physical body with energy from higher dimensions. It looks like 2 3-sided, 3-dimensional pyramids moved into one another. The Merkaba must be fully functioning to receive messages from Shambhala. If your body is free from the earlier mentioned frequency blocking and numbing substances, and you still don't make progress with my e-booklet, your Merkaba is damaged. It can't hold higher frequencies. Then you need help, and I suggest you turn to Katharina Adari. She can build it up again. She can also connect your energy with the one of master teachers like Lord Maitreya, Joshua, Mother Mary, Om Stara, and many more, if you're ready to move from selfish to serving. Once your receiver and your Merkaba are fully functioning, your soul talks to you through your heart, as we do from Shambhala. The only question now remains, are you bloody willing to listen to what we have to say, or do you refuse our energies? To most, what we will tell you requires a change of attitude, direction, location, and people around you. You will have to tidy up your private and professional life to make room for the missions you came here to accomplish. Many will fearfully reply, "Anything, but not this." They have developed stubborn views of who they are and what they are meant to do. So, are you mentally willing to hear our messages? Are you willing to face what you have been shying away from? Are you willing to give up control and trust that what is yours will come to you? Life from higher dimensions wants to unfold through you. It is kind, non-judgmental, loving, and supporting. But it does not give you what you want. Follow an egoistic and fear-based pushy path. It follows divine rules which are non-negotiable. Once you truly accept yourself as a divine being with all its consequences, your mission on earth and your own learning will unfold naturally through you. First you trust, and then the life you're meant to live is able to unfold naturally in front of you. Today is the 20th of January. I give you 3 days now to ask questions using the contact button subsection podcast on my website, thesanatkumara.com. I will answer the questions in Lecture 3 next week. You may also include questions about Namas University. But please refrain from sending questions that try to make use of Martina's position or abilities for your personal benefit only. We are here to teach for the benefit of all. Namas University is at its very beginning. That makes it easy to follow all lectures each week. Read the stories and invocations. Get ready for more that is to come soon. I suggest that you take notes while following the lectures. Your brain tends to forget things. Your memory is not reliable as the hard drive of your computer or cloud. Secondly, I recommend that you reach out to the other students of Namas University and form groups that learn together and exchange experiences. This bonding will help all of you to grow and is a huge step on our common way to unity and harmony. That is all I want to share with you today, my dear students of Namas University. My love and blessings to each and every one of you. This was the Sanat Kumara.